Hello, hello. Okay. At this time, this is I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, Tuesday Night Live. And so I'm going to hold on a little bit, let some people get on, a couple of people get on before I start ranting and raving about I Choose Me this week. I'm hoping everybody is having a good week and they are prepared for I Choose Me. Got the I Choose Me mug. Still holding on patiently. I choose me, y'all. Come on. Tuesday night Facebook Live. I choose me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day, Miss Karen. I'm trying to give everybody a little bit of time because I know everybody be off a little bit with their time, and so I'm trying to give everybody just a little bit more time to get tuned in before I get to talking. So, like I said before, I'm not going to waste too much time. I hate to just be on either because I do know that everybody's time is special. And so, at this time, I'm going to begin with the topic of today, which is, we have the I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses. Actually, before we start the topic, we like to go through the motto. So, our motto is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And like we said on the movement, I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses. What that represents is that I'm going to love myself from where I am because I am enough. I'm going to lift myself up right at the moment and in the place that I am so that I can begin to reach my true supreme moment of destiny. So that is with that idea of I choose me, loving myself from where I am and starting to embrace that I'm enough. So that's what the journey and these Tuesday night movement is all about. Now, today's topic is, are you on the right highway? And so the reason why I wanted to do this topic is because last week we dealt with are you getting the right gas for your journey? Are you getting the right gas for your car? Are you a luxury car? And are you making sure that people are supplying you with the vital things you need in order to move on and operate how you are supposed to be operating? And so I said last week we spoke about being a luxury car, aka spirit, that requires the best gas to keep on moving and performing on level in which you were built for. Which means, are you moving and are you getting the proper nutrients and proper tools that is needed to keep your vehicle, which is your spirit, moving at the level in which it was designed to go, at the quality in which it was designed to go. I said you should require the best because you deserve it. You were built for it. Stop allowing people to put 87 and 89 when you require 93, which is the best. And so it's about embracing and understanding and acknowledging that you are the best and you require the best. And in order to get what you're required to get, in order to move on a level in which you're required to move, you need to make sure that you are giving yourself the best shot at this life. The best shot with the tools that you were given, the best shot with who you are. I said stop allowing people to deposit regular and mid-grade energy / love into your life when you require premium. You require premium love. You have to stop allowing people to give you less than what it takes for you to be able to operate and manifest on a level in which you should be striving and going to. And so the question that we had before is, are you getting the premium gas in which you are required in order to go on this journey? I said, so now that we know what we are driving, so we understand our value, what type of gas we need to move, so we understand what people need to bring to be a part of our elevation, it's time we ask ourselves, are we riding on the right highway? Now, before we go further about what highway means, before we go further on what I mean by are we riding on the right highway, we're going to deal with the definition of highway. It is a main public road especially one connecting major town or cities. Synonyms are main road or main route. Your journey in life is the highway, but there are different highways that take you different places. And if you fail to know where you are headed, you will get lost when you begin to move. And so what I mean by that is that we are all on a highway in life. That's what the journey is all about. It is the road in which we are all traveling. I said, but if you are on the wrong highway, you will never get to the destination in which you are supposed to be going because you're traveling in the wrong direction of your purpose. I said, so before you pack up to take off on your journey full speed, let's make sure you are prepared for the trip. And so these are the steps that I think that will help you get prepared for the trip and the journey that you're going on. First, make sure you have gotten to know yourself enough to know what inspires you and what brings you joy. That's where your purpose lies. And so before you begin to go headed toward this highway to your supreme moment of destiny, I ask that you know yourself enough to know what inspires you and what brings you joy. That's where your purpose lies in. And so the biggest trick in life is figuring out what inspires me, what brings me joy. When am I, what things do I come in contact with as I'm moving on this journey that kind of lights me up, gives me a fire, inspires me, motivates me, makes me want to go harder, be stronger. I said, understand that you too hold a gift that will one day be a present to someone or everyone. No one knows the level of their purpose until they arrive. And so it's understanding that, like Giadora said, that I'm enough. It's understanding that you're enough. If you understand that you're enough, then you understand that you have a gift that will one day become a present to somebody that you come in contact with on your journey. And so, like I said, we don't know if it'll be one person or millions of people, but everybody matters. And so don't ever misunderstand your purpose or what you have to offer as not being big enough, because anybody that you can touch, that can be made different, that can be made better, that can be inspired to do better, to do more, then that's a part of your purpose, and that's enough. I said you have to embrace that you don't get to have a passenger on this trip, because everyone is driving one-seaters in life. We are all in special cars. So at the end of the day, on this journey that you're going on, it's not going to be equipped with, it's not a limo. It's not a pickup truck. It's a one-seater special edition car designed just for you and where you're going. And so you don't get to take guests as you begin in your journey. You don't get to pick people to get in a car with you because everybody else has somewhere else to go. They may be on the road you're on, but they no longer get to drive in the car with you because everybody is going somewhere different. Even your children. They come through you. They don't belong to you. And so as you are a part of one, as you're going on your journey, at one time you will have other people along your journey. But when you're talking about the journey towards your purpose, towards your supreme moment of destiny in life, that is a one-seater, my people. So we have to understand that we are moving in one-seater vehicles headed to places that are going to take us to our highest level, our biggest joy, our happiest moments. I said you are already equipped for where you will end up as long as you get on the correct highway. What do I mean by correct highway? I mean the highway that was designed to take you to your supreme moment of destiny. That is the correct highway. Kia says, yes, yes, help others accomplish the impossible. And that's what the journey is all about. It's about making the impossible possible. It's about you standing in your truth and then you standing in your light. And because of your story, because of where you come from, because of what you've been through, when you stand in that light, you allow other people to see that things are possible. No matter what you've been through, no matter how you've been broken, no matter how you've been hurt, your value has not been taken away. As a matter of fact, I am here to tell you that your value has been increased because your worth is so much more because you have so much more to offer. And so when you began to embrace your yesterday, when you began to embrace all those lessons, when you began to embrace who you were born to be, you began to realize that what you have to offer makes you enough. What you have been through is what makes you so fiercely and divinely enough to be a teacher in the latter years. How do you know if you're on the wrong highway? These are the telltale signs. It's hard to find joy day to day. If you're walking, you're going on your day-to-day life and it seems that you just can't find enough love. You can't find enough joy in your life. You find all kind of reasons to be down, to be sad, to, your cup is always halfway empty instead of halfway full. Those are the telltale signs that you are on the wrong highway. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you do, nothing works out. That's a telltale sign that you're probably on the wrong highway. I said, if you feel alone in a room full of people, that's a telltale sign that you're probably on the wrong highway. If no one stops to give you direction, if nobody is inspired to come up to you and uplift you and empower you, if you don't have anybody around you that's telling you that you can go, you got it, keep on pressing, keep on working, like it's more in you, like don't be discouraged. If you don't have those people around you, then it's a good sign that you're on the wrong highway. I said, and the biggest sign that it's time to reroute and get on the correct highway is when you get to your destination only to find it's not your name on the door. When you have done all of these things and you have been traveling for so long and you think that you're getting closer to what God has for you and you get there and it doesn't work out. Your name was not on the door. That's a telltale sign that you were on the wrong highway. Your name was not on the door when you got to your destination because you were headed to the wrong place. I said that happens when we allow others to tell us our dreams and shoot down our visions. So we try something else just to be understood. When you get to a destination that does not seem to have the handprint or the just signature that this is your spot, that this is where you belong. What happens is because we allow other people to tell us that where we were going is not where we're at. We allow other people to tell us that the vision that we had for ourselves was impossible. We allow other people to detour where we were going, and we went in the wrong direction only to get somewhere where our name was not on the door. So if you're tired of going places with your name is not on the door, we're going to take the steps so that we can begin to walk and drive, so we can begin to head toward the right highways in our life. I said, nobody knows your highway but you, so you can't get your direction from anyone else. Nobody knows where you're supposed to be headed. Nobody knows what your purpose is. Nobody knows who or what you were built to do but you and God. And so if you are in a relationship with God, if you are in a relationship with yourself, if you have gotten to know yourself and love yourself, now you are ready to go where you were meant to go. I said, but when you finally figure out what highway you belong on, because you have done your work on you, that's when you get to find out where you're headed. When you figure out where highway you belong on, it is because you have done the work on yourself to be ready to go where God is trying to take you. It takes work. It takes understanding ourselves. It takes knowing ourselves. It takes loving ourselves. It takes being committed to ourselves and standing up for ourselves when nobody else gets us. Those are the steps it takes for us to be committed to going in the direction that God has for us. I said, you will then find many people to stop that will be on the same highway as you, but going somewhere different. You see, when you get to know yourself, when you get to love yourself, so now you got the direction of where you're going. And so now you're headed on your highway. Now, when you get to this highway, because you have figured out your gifts and your talent, you will find other people on the highway in which you are headed. And so now these are the people that God has designed to give you lessons, to give you blessings, to help uplift you, because you guys are headed the same way, going the same direction with like intentions, like goals, like understandings. And so what you guys would do, this highway will build you up. This highway will take you further. This highway will let you meet the people who have been where you are going. Let you get direction and get some kind of structure, because you don't have all the answers. It's all about being in the right place at the right time to get the right direction. So the question is, have you figured out what highway you belong on? I said, those are the directions God had designed for you, because they are the lessons and the answers to the test you have at the end. And so if you are on the wrong road, then you are preparing for the wrong test. And so when you get to your destination, your name will not only not be on the door, but you will not even have the information and the essentials needed to get to the next level, because you have been studying for the wrong test. You have not been studying for the test that was equipped for your life. Giordor says, they are always signs. Always look for the signs. Absolutely. In life, if we don't pay attention to the signs, if we don't be conscious in our everyday life, we tend to miss so much of what God has to offer. We tend to set ourselves back a little further, because we cannot embrace our answers in our reality, because we're so stuck in being comfortable and not being operating out of just determination instead of operating out of fear. Hang with those you aspire to become. They will teach and help you, because winners hang around other winners. That is what Nikki is saying, and that is so true. And that's how come I'm saying, when you are on the right road, when you are on the road that lights you up, when you're on the road that build your dreams and aspirations, when you're on a road that is designed just for you, you will meet other winners. And they will be winning because they understand you. You see, other people are not losing at life. What they are, you just don't understand them, because you're not on the same playing field. You're not going in the same direction, so y'all don't have the same understanding, so you get lost in translation. So it's about being around like people and like spirits, so that you can grow to where God is trying to take you. I said, so if you are not on the correct highway, you will never get to your exit, which will take you to the road that will lead you to your destiny. So in order to get to where you're trying to go, you got to at least be going in the right direction. If you're not going in the right direction, you will be rerouted. It will take you longer to get to your supreme moment of destiny. I said, in other words, don't set yourself up to be incapable of ever reaching your supreme moment of destiny, because you never discovered the highway which was designed for your journey. Don't ever allow the reason that you never got to where you were trying to go to be the reason for that to be the reason that, well, I didn't know myself, or I wasn't quite sure, or somebody else told me that this was where I was supposed to go. You cannot blame other people for where you don't end up. It is time for us to take ownership of our life. It's time for us to take accountability for where we're going. It's time for us to, like Adrian said, start building these divine connections. That is what's on your highway, divine connections. I said, living life with no purpose is like driving on a highway with no direction. You will never end up anywhere if you don't have a destination in mind. And so if you leave your door without knowing where you're headed, you will continue to drive going nowhere with no actual destination in mind. In order for you to get somewhere, in order for you to go high, in order for you to elevate, you have to at least have an idea of where you're headed. Because if you don't know where you're headed, then you're not going anywhere. There is a door with your name on it waiting to be opened. All it requires is that you fall in love with yourself. Learn your gifts and it will be the highway to your purpose. Your supreme moment of destiny is waiting through that door. And so at the end of the day, in order for you to reach the levels in which you have to reach, you have to, like Giador said, have no more excuses in life. I mean, I think those are the things that have held us back for so long. Us having excuses of why we have not arrived, why we're not doing what we want to do, why we're not living out our best life, why we're not dreaming on the level in which we were built to dream. It's because we give ourselves excuses every day. Purpose don't need permission. Absolutely, Nakia, I love that. Purpose don't need permission. You have got to understand that you were born uniquely with a purpose. So you don't need permission from anyone to operate and move on the level in which you were designed to move. It is up to you. Now at this time, I'm gonna share my original poem for the day, which is funny. It is called Connections. Like Adrian said, Divine Connections. The poem for the day is titled Connections. It says, have you ever dreamed to see the passion that lies within your heart? Have you ever wished that things were different or to be given another start? Wish that your life had come with instructions and your journey mapped right out? So searching for your purpose would not be what life was all about. To be just born with a candle lit robs you of passion for your journey. And if you know the end result, what will be your testimony? For our tests in life build character and makes us grateful for where we are. Because if life just came so easy, there will be no pride for just how far. How far we've come by faith, not knowing where we would be, but having that eternal feeling that is bigger than what we see. The dream makes room for your purpose so joy can reside everlasting. Because if you're not spiritually connected, what's the point of ever fasting? For some things in life are essential for each other. For if you've never been a child, how can you appreciate a mother? So you see, dream and purpose are the equation for the life you were born to live. And when you put those two together, then joy is what you will have to give. For every day gets better with a purpose-driven life, for it exudes love. Because nothing fills you more than operating like our Father from up above. And so on this week, I just want us to ask ourselves, are we on the right highway? Do we know where we're headed? Have we embraced our journey? Do we know our story? Have we removed the shame? Have we embraced that we're enough? And are we ready to get to our supreme moment of destiny? If the answers to all of those things are yes, I say let's start picking up speed on our journey. Because once we know where we're headed, once we have found our highway, once we are headed in the right direction, there are no signals, there are no police on the highway that's stopping you from going as fast as you like to go or as slow as you like to go. What is required of you is to just keep moving. Keep moving in a direction of which you're going. And as you are moving on that journey, I promise you that the people that you meet will have lessons. Those will be your blessings. They will be there to pick you up. They will be there to dust you off. They will be there to help you when you have to pull over. They will give you directions. It is up to you to stand in your life. It is up to you to walk in your truth. It is up to you to get to your highway so that you can begin the journey of reaching your supreme moment of destiny. There are so many people who are waiting on you to give them direction, just as there are people who are there to help bring you direction. Just make sure that the highway that you're on is in sync with the gifts that you have, because it will lead you to the purpose that's in store. And so this week again, are you on the right highway? I am so glad that we have tuned in another week of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses. I hope you are embracing yourself, loving yourself, lifting yourself up, and telling yourself every day that I'm enough. I hope that you are saying the motto, which is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow, because I am enough, because there is vision in me, because there is a gift inside of me, because I am uniquely made with a masterpiece, and the world is waiting on me to bring my peace. And so the journey of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, is about letting the world know that I have embraced myself, I love myself, and I'm ready to do my part and bring my peace so that I can bring joy to everybody that I come in contact with. Oh, I also want to tell you guys that next week on our journey of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, it seems that wait a minute, before I go there, it says, God did not design us to be average. He made us to be great. That came from Nakia. She is so correct. Stop being average. Take on your gift of knowing that God made you a luxury spirit. You are a luxury car. You are uniquely made, and you deserve the best. And so you have to start putting the best inside of you if you want the best to come out of you. What you put in will come out. And so if you're putting in mid-grade gonna come out. If you're putting in low grade gonna come out. But if you're putting in high quality grade love in yourself, high quality love grade is what's going to come out. Miss Sanchez says, release what lies dormant within us. Share your gifts. Absolutely. The world is waiting for that. Please share your gift. Go do your part, because somebody has something waiting for you, just as you have something waiting for somebody. Giadora says, stand in your light and walk in your truth. Oh my goodness. So amazingly said. You must stand in the light. And when you stand in your light, it will be your truth, because nothing is more authentic than you embracing and loving who you were created to be. And that, my dear, is amazing. And that is what makes you who you are. And Nicole is saying, embrace, love, and inspire. And that's all it requires for you to get going on that journey, as long as you know the direction in that which you're going. And like I was about to say, next week, our I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, falls on Valentine's Day. And so I thought that it would be real cute that me and my husband would do a session next week, and the topic will be, how do you stay in a loving, committed relationship and still I choose me at the same time? We are happily married 14 years. We will be going on 15 in March, and so I thought it would be fun. So whether you have a significant other, whether you're married, whether you're single, please come and join the conversation. I'm sure it's going to be fun. Anybody who knows my husband, he's a trip. So we will have a lot to say, I'm sure. I hope I get a word in edgewise. But please come with your questions. Come with your comments. Come with your mate. Come with your love. Come be a part of the conversation, because it's all about us building teams, about building relationships that help get us to where we're going. It's not just important that we be on a journey, but that we equip with the proper tools and the proper people that's going to help us get to where God is taking us. Love you guys. And once again, our motto, we pledge to embrace who we are today, love who we was yesterday, and inspire who we will become tomorrow. Until next Tuesday on Valentine's Day, love you. Yes, like Giadora said, yes, Black Love Day is next Tuesday. I will tune in. I hope you tune in. Hope to speak to you next week. Love you guys. And once again, don't forget to I Choose Me every day. You are enough. You deserve it. I love you. And I hope that you are growing from week to week in loving yourself and understanding that what you have to offer is enough, and what people are waiting for, you are holding up. So go bring your masterpiece. The world needs you, and I love you. Until next week, I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses. Why? Because we are enough. I know.